Hey guys, Tyler here bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Emily Field's Autumn Edition because this is part of the latest Master League tournament, Scorched Earth 2. And they have seasonal versions of various maps. So here we are on Emily Fields. Playing for spawning in the north is Twisted Toosty, and he's playing as Brits with the Lease Assault Regiment. Going for a very strange build here, mortar immediately into assault sections. From the south we have Makros playing as Ostheer, who has Blitzkrieg, Jaeger Infantry and Storm. So the way this tournament works is it's a round robin at this stage. I think the players play 5 matches on this day, and you're locked in to either allies or axis for the entire tournament. You can switch, between maybe Ostheer and OKW or whatever, but you're locked in allies or axis. And Twisted Toosty has chosen to play Brits, which is very interesting to me. I've been playing a lot of this commander myself lately. Not building the mortar at all though, just going for triple assault section, so curious to see how Twisted Toosty does it. He definitely has sharper micro or faster micro than I do. Good moves here from Twisted Toosty so far. Over rotation from Makros on the machine gun to face like such a wide angle over there. You see the heavy cover for the moment in a little trough. Oh, but the decoy on the machine gun happens nonetheless. Grenadiers are strong enough that they should be able to beat this section. I think, yeah, Twisted Toosty was hoping for that, to drop this down to 3 models so that they can't pick up the drop weapon. And here comes the assault section. Did end up retreating that a touch late and
Enemy got one of our squads.
ends up going down, but with the assault section coming in for the steal on the MG42, which looks like Makros is not going to be able to stop.
Work to construct a new platoon command post is finished.
Question is, can he get away with this assault section now? Going for a cheeky retreat. He's firing off some smoke. We've got the 3rd Grenadier here in the mix now, though, as well. Double Grenadiers looking for the kill on the machine gun, and he's doing some really nice body blocking to try and stop that from getting away. Oh, here goes the assault section now. I don't know if that's going to get home for Twisted Toosty. Quite a lot of units in that area from Makros.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
No.
Target destroyed.
Ouch. So overall, Twisted Toosty, I think that was like a good play, but retreated too late with this squad. I think I'd probably take that trade at this kind of phase of the game, assault section for the steal on the MG42. But yeah, should have kept that other infantry section alive. But still,
Supply is looking a bit squiffy.
nice to see. And switching over now to the assault officer, has got his first stage of tech complete. Haven't been going for this in my builds. With the 3 assault sections, you don't really have room for it, but at this kind of timing, I could certainly understand it. A little bit lighter on the infantry front.
Damned
Only
enemies
one
trying
assault
to take a
section.
point from us.
Makes a lot of sense. Going for another Grenadier here, Makros, which is interesting. Typically like a good counter to these kind of assault units. Double machine guns. So to be going just half-made partial dodge. Still got quite low from that. I think he's going to try to complete the capture before retreating. But yeah, double machine guns generally a pretty good counter to assault troops. So we're leaning heavily on Grenadiers, which I think are actually quite weak to them. Is a little bit strange from Makros, but maybe he's planning to go for Jaeger Infantry. The G43s can help the Grenadiers out a lot in that
Capture point is
department.
being overrun. Grenade cover!
Dodges past the rifle nade, but the assault officer very low after this. Oh boy. Dropping very, very quickly. Quite a squishy unit. Not chasing him for the wipe though. Assault infantry section also too low now, and Twisted Toosty getting some medics up.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
MG hasn't really got involved too much, capping in the middle, but you can see Twisted Tootsie has had double fuel control for a crazy long amount of time, in spite of maybe not doing too well in terms of KD at the moment. Territory control has been monstrous. But yeah, one of the great things about these assault infantry sections, he's going for a rebuild on one of them now, is their capping speed. They still have the old infantry section capture speed, which is the same as Royal Engineers. It's 1.25.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Exactly. But yeah, it's fast. So they do get you off to a very strong start in terms of territory control. A very powerful squad in the early phases of the game, and even in the late phases. I feel like because they have the smoke grenade and the phosphorus grenade, they do hold up pretty well in the late game as well. Just so much smoke available. Makes them a lot easier to use than a lot of other assault squads in the late phases. There we go, decap there from Twisted Tootsie. Hanging around for a little bit longer though with the squad. Mortar going to work on the Grenadiers on the point, but does end up retreating to the Grenadiers. So we're coming for the cut-off. They got forced away by the assault section though. Twisted Tootsie quite far away still from the quad. Maybe what he was aiming for.
Damned enemies trying to take
Does
a point
often
from us.
happen this way. Just 3 command points does end up going in quite late and very often. So a little bit awkward for him. Could almost just like tick up. Yeah. Kind of like you know, my Bren Mando strategies where quite often I would tick. Is it company command? Yes, I think it is. Just to get the command points from it. Let's get those Bren Mandos out a bit earlier. Chasing away the squad, and yeah, it is indeed Makros going for Jaeger Infantry, getting the G43s. Does even things out a little bit more in the close ranges against the assault sections. Means that once they get in close, G43 squads are not going to be completely defenseless like the LNG would be. And yeah, probably, yeah, horrendous KD for Twisted Tootsie continuing. Just hasn't really found opportunities to get in close against like an isolated Grenadier at almost any stage throughout this match. So continuing to bleed quite a lot. There is the quad. Upgrading with the quad, putting a squad inside in the meantime though. Twisted Tootsie, the master of the half track. Here he goes, going after this Grenadier. Grenadier going to try to fire off a Faust. This is very risky. Bit of blocking. Jumps out with the assault officer. Got the MG there as well. Quad pops. 222 coming in. 222 will lose this. He's got a pack, but he's backed away with a pack. Grenade onto the rear armor, and there goes the 222. Big mistake there from Makros. Bringing the pack back in now. Oh, Grenadier late on the retreat as well. Oh, officer can't quite get the kill. Suppression coming in from the machine gun, but that gets forced away by the rifle grenade there. Could even go down now. These guys come out of a suppression. Chasing in. Oh, a little bit of light cover from a crater there. Might have saved the day. There we go. Finally got the phosphorus now. That's what you can do with the assault section. It's in close range. You're just going to win those ones. Could even get the wipe on this. Decides not to chase for a good mortar shell, and Makros decides to just cut his losses and get out of there. Gets the retreat after that. So 4 Greens and a Jaeger command squad. You don't see that too often. There's a lot of infantry from Makros. Twisted Tootsie, complete reversal on his territory control situation though, really hurting in that department.
Right, chaps. Order.
Pushing out again now. Going to use the medics just to do a little bit of capping at the close range to try and remedy that territory control situation. But having taken down the 222, Mr. Tootsie also has his company command up pretty close to be able to field a medium tank. So he's still not in a bad situation. We've got battle phase coming up for Makros about to complete. Further away from a medium tank than Twisted Tootsie is.
Manufacturing capability has been increased.
Now traditionally my build with this commander is I'll go for a Cromwell next. See what Twisted Tootsie does. Sometimes if I'm really far ahead I will go for the Centaur as well. Oh. No suppression. Here comes the other Grenadier from the side. Also no suppression with that burst. And how did they get in Faust range from there? I can't believe that was Faust range. Unreal. Pack lining up but too far away, and then some smoke coming in from the mortar. Sprinting forwards for the Grenadier, maybe looking for another Faust on the quad. Generally a pretty safe path back to your base over here. I think it should be alright. He's advancing with the pack though. Assault section closing in. Riflenade on the machine gun. Engineers on the far side getting chased away. Oh, the Grenadiers on the cutoff. They go down. Assault section's getting the wipe there. So strong in those close range situations. Quad coming forwards again as well. Do have vehicle crew repairs on that specifically. It was part of the commander rework. Vehicle crew repairs got removed from as a commander ability, but got placed individually on the quad. Only unit that got them. Placed by the strafing support ability. So it can be a reasonable option. In this case, Twisted Tootsie very low on munitions. Not going for it, but if you're in a bind with that quad, do make use of it.
A capture point is being overrun.
Looks like a Makros going for a rebuild on that lost Grenadier squad. I think that squad he lost had the G43s as well, though, so costly loss for sure. Oh boy, Twisted Tootsie not paying attention on that side. Oh, gonna get away. I think he hit Vet 2 there as well. That gives the extra model on the officer, right? So I think that's part of why they look so low health. Health bar effectively kind of shrinks as you go from 4 to 5 models. So healthier than they initially appear is what I'll say. Waiting on the other side of the phosphorus, trying to get a couple more models down. Only getting one though. Oh, here comes the pack. Doesn't quite get a shot off in time. I think he's on attack move there, sets up again at a bad angle. Grenadiers here could just sprint forwards for the Faust. Pack missing. Oh boy, he's sprinting now. Close call there for Makros. If that suppression from the machine gun kicked in a touch earlier, might not have gotten Faust range. But there we go, quad going down. Well done by Makros. Twisted Tootsie though, I think he's gone straight for... yeah, straight for hammer. Also a decent option. Another option if you're quite far ahead. Just go straight for the Comet. In this case though, yeah, I don't know. As for about to pop out from Makros. Twisted Tootsie could have had a medium tank out, you know, maybe like 2 minutes ago, and maybe with the quad medium tank combo could have overwhelmed the anti-tank gun, got something going before the Panzer IV arrived. Not going to have that opportunity now. Doesn't have an anti-tank gun yet either, so could come back to bite Twisted Tootsie.
Panzer IV
Okay, getting a mine down on this far side. I don't think I've seen any other mines from Twisted Toosty yet. It's been a little bit strapped for munitions as of late. Can still build sandbags with the assault sections, even if they're not the best at using them. There we go, Panzer 4 coming out, and straight away triggers the mine. Looks like Twisted Tootsie going to stick around to complete the capture there before retreating, and Grandy's on the retreat path, getting forced away. So that's a safe retreat. Assault section in here. Just roasting that Grenadier. Oh no. Oh, stick grenade from the G43 upgrade. This assault section so low on veterancy. That was the one that was built very late and just gets taken out by those Vet 2 G43 squads. Thought the assault sections might have gone a little bit better than they did there, but G43s were running slightly hot. Vet 3 now with those Grenadiers. Second anti-tank gun now for Makros, looking to solidify his position, doesn't want to get caught out. Now, Twisted Tootsie going for an M10? I was not expecting this.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Alright. That's one thing that I do not build in this commander. Tried it a few times. Just didn't really find it that useful. Too much micro for me, actually. I think that's part of the reason. I think if you want to play with the M10, you have to have fast fingers. And I feel like, honestly, you have to be able to go for infantry crushes with it to make it truly worthwhile. But we'll see how it gets on here. Throws out just a regular smoke there, closing the distance. Grenade out from the Grenadiers in return, big damage! M10 picking off Panzer 4 here, firing off some smoke on these double anti-tank guns, diving in. After the Panzer 4, going to get on the rear armor, down he goes. He's got the speed, the flanking speed activated. And then driving behind the shot blocker to get away. A little bit of a stutter there, but gets away in the end. Very well executed there. Smoke coming in from the mortar, I believe, causing chaos from Makros. Could not respond well to that M10 diving in. That's what I was saying about Twisted Tootsie. You know, he's got the micro, he's got the faster fingers than I do. Ooh, slightly mistimes that grenade, but still gets the wipe anyway. Just enough. Cause an officer charge as well to help this assault section close the distance. And that's actually one thing that I do miss with my build, not being able to use that officer charge. Just can't fit it into my build order though. Oh, this Grenadier is maybe dead. Yeah, looking pretty dead there. Oh, this one maybe... No, it should be right, but... Throws phosphorus into the retreat. You don't give me any opportunities to do that. The thing with the phosphorus on the assault sections, lower damage on it than most other phosphorus. Doesn't have the full strength stuff.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
M10 back up, ready to rumble. Oh, it looks like that's also got vehicle crew repairs. Okay. So just the two Lease items, the quad and the M10. Flak Panzer, though, a strange choice from Makros, honestly. Not recommended. Double anti-tank guns. Oh, Faust. M10 is wounded. Tank guns closing in. M10 is pretty fast though, so even with the engine crit, should be able to get away here. Oh, Flak Panzer coming in for some extra damage. Jaeger command squad. Faust, he needs one more Flak Panzer shot. No, was just enough to get the kill, but now the Jaeger command squad could go down. Assault section dodging around. Switching the focus fire over now to the Jaeger command squad. Can't quite get the kill though. Quite a lot of light cover on the retreat path, securing the situation. Well done by Makros. I think what we saw there is the M10 does have slightly lower health than other medium tanks, 560 versus 640. So that's how all that damage added up to a kill. Most other mediums would still take a touch more than that. And Twisted Tootsie, I think, briefly was building an M10. Cancelling that now, going for the Comet. Rebuild on the Grenadiers for Makros again. The G43 Grenadiers have been overall performing pretty well against the assault sections, so I think they're a reasonable option for sure. Twisted Tootsie's still behind on the KD, but has been getting a lot of wipes with those assault sections. That's, I think, one thing that you kind of have to get those wipes on retreat. Makros maybe not respecting the threat of that. These assault sections can be very lethal in those retreat paths. No grenade tech yet from Twisted Tootsie.
We are losing a sector.
Could be a reasonable option around this timing, or you can just save your munitions for the strafe and support. Also a pretty strong option in this commander. It's generally what I do. But the grenades can be... Oh, there goes the Jaeger command squad. Look at how fast they wipe. Here comes the Comet. Comet. Respectful though. Threat of the double anti-tank guns. Doesn't just dive in and go for the kill straight away. Good last second dodge on the grenade by Twisted Tootsie. Coming in for a bit of extra damage itself. Got the machine gun in the retreat path. There's the second pack. Okay, a little bit further away.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
These guys are looking to stick around, complete the decapture at least. And for a second, I was wondering what those cover positions were. Very weird looking textures. Backfans are looking for the kill on retreat on the engineer. Oh, and gets it close to max range there. Oh, smoke out though. Well done by Twisted Tootsie. There's a lot of shot blockers here as well, forcing these attack rounds. And there goes the Flaky. And there go the Pyos as well. Makros getting overwhelmed, trying to go for these attack rounds. Miss, miss, miss. Big grenade onto the pack. Officer charge on the assault section. Going in, looking for the kill on one of these anti-tank guns. Officer charge lasts longer than I remember it. Interesting. Second anti-tank gun. Can't quite get it. Could maybe lose one of these squads on retreat. Favourable retreat path for the officer though, away from the G43 squads. Grenade into the retreat. One model down. Can the G43s finish the job? No, they cannot. Ooh. Well, I don't know if I could replicate what Twisted Tootsie's doing here with the smoke. with the vehicle attacks, just forcing these attack ground situations for Makros.
The enemy is attempting to steal our
And they're
sector.
working out very well for Twisted Tootsie. Very good situational awareness going in for these attacks. Look at squads lost. 3 Grenadiers, Jaeger Command Squad, Pio, and the MG42 of course. And now the Panzer IV, a little bit exposed, some smoke in this area from the mortar. Some attack rounds, just kind of threatening the Comet. Don't really have an angle on it with all their shot blocker in the way. And Comet disengaging. You see Makros getting low on the VPs now. Going to be feeling the pressure in that department.
We're losing a capture point.
Smoke out. And yeah, you can't shoot through that. Makros keeps trying. Whoa! I was not expecting that from the Comet. Usually doesn't get hits like that. Oh, a little bit sorry for Makros, honestly. Maybe it's just my Comets that don't get hits like that. Doesn't have the best AoE Comet. What was it? I think it was like 2 patches ago. I think the AoE was different to what was supposed to be according to the patch notes. Got nerfed essentially, and since then it hasn't been terribly impressive.
Jaeger, listen up.
Now we can sweep for enemy mines.
So Makros in a tough position, low on infantry, up against a superior vehicle, the Comet. Twisted Tootsie pretty close to being able to bring in another Comet now as well. So there's a little bit more manpower. So
We are in a dangerous situation.
bad for Makros. Maybe could push out a Stug, getting very close to the resources for that. Or give him a little bit more mobility against the Comet. Maybe could drive through the smoke instead of being forced into attack ground scenarios. But so far Twisted Tootsie showing a masterclass, and now there's the planes ready to rumble too. Without the flak pans on the field, they should be very effective.
Reports coming in suggest the enemy is down to enemy threatening a
Double
capture
packs
point.
lining up here, gonna go for some attack rounds. Missing both of them though. And then the Faust doesn't get engine damage because of that. Things are falling quite deep at the moment. Engineers have already thrown their anti-tank grenade, but just about to come off cooldown. Comet. A bit of a drive-by here. Doesn't pop the war speed though, didn't feel that threatened. We've got some smoke coming in. He's calling in the planes now as well, just to secure his situation with the Comet. Make sure it doesn't go down.
We have 50 points left.
Lock down his territory control. Score on the Grenadiers. Double packs will get away alive though it looks. Makros just can't get on the VPs in time. 36 remaining. The army is too weak. Is indeed building a Stug. Starting that up now, but it might be too little, too late. The command squad coming out to the far side.
We are close to defeat. 25 points
Going for the
remaining.
capture circle here. Is that going to get strafed?
Our territory.
But fresh Comet coming out to this side completes the decapture.
The enemy has broken our supply lines. I fear we are losing. The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
And Makros throwing in the towel, calling the GG.
Stug 3 ready to deploy.
Never expect the Brit works. Yeah, I think a lot of people underestimating Brits just don't really give them a fair shake, especially this patch. This patch, if I was playing in a tournament like this, I'd probably be mixing in Brits. Either my version of Lease Assault, the Bren Mandos. There's a couple of different Brit build orders, the Tank Hunter sections as well. I think all three of those strategies are viable. But yeah, GG, very well played by Twisted Toosty. Different twist to things, going for the mortar straight away, using it as a territory control tool. And masterful use of smoke throughout this match from Twisted Tootsie. I suppose, by going for the mortar very early as well, if your opponent does go for early double machine guns to counter you, you do have that mortar on the field. And the officer charge does work very nice with the assault sections. Something that, yeah, as I said, I can't squeeze into my build, but Twisted Tootsie can in his, so maybe it's the better option. Either way, GG, very well played by Twisted Tootsie, and hope you guys, maybe give this commander a try sometime. GG. Anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.